Hi, so this is a little video note I want to do for my Bible studies and people I talk to about God and so on. And I think I'll probably just put it up, and who wants to watch it can watch it. But understand that if there's certain things that you don't understand as yet, you may not understand where I'm coming from. But for those of you who do, we know that the original calendar and everything else has been turned pagan, and that what we might view as New Year might not even be the real beginning of the year. You can look at the Hebrew calendar and see it's different to ours. But still, as we have to exist in this paradigm, New Year is still a time for reflection because the energy around us says so. Any opportunity that we're alive is an opportunity to do better, but people like markers. And the thing about that is that it's kind of like a scam because in this paradigm, January means certain things. February, January means New Year's and bills and stuff like that. February means Valentine, and everything means something. Summer means something. Easter is and spring go together. This paradigm has all of these rules, and it's good if you know Jehovah not to get too caught up in it, even though you do have to exist in it. Which goes back to what Jesus says about being no part of the world. We exist in it, and He prayed for us so that we would be delivered from evil, even though we have to exist in it. And why is this so important? It's important because people are still going down this road, which is the Janus worship, which is the health, prosperity, and new beginnings, and like Saturn, which would be Christmas, talking about the God of these seasons and what's going to happen and stuff like that. People don't realize that it's the same ideology and theology that has been repackaged and given to them, but we do. So what came to me is just this. Proverbs 3, the whole chapter. Read it. Not only 5 and 6. Yes, trust in Jehovah with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding, which has been tampered with the same way how Moses was tampered with by the Egyptians, and then he had all this Egyptian know-how, but it led him to strike down a man. He didn't know true justice, he didn't know true love, because he didn't know Jehovah fully. And when he learned Jehovah fully, he became humble. In the same way, we have to understand that like all of these things that we've been taught is not real, that everything in this world is upside down, that whatever it is, if they tell you that January is the beginning, it's probably the end. And as you come to like understand that more and more, right? That if somebody tell you you don't have value, you're probably real valuable. If somebody, ignores you, you are probably the one to watch. And as you come to this understanding and this realization, and you still have to navigate in this system, understand that your own understanding of how things are is always being tampered with. Trust in Jehovah. If he could, Satan won't got in the Bible, about here. If he could, he would burn down my house. But he can't get it done. He can't get it done. But the day that somebody who knows Jehovah slips up and don't trust, oh man, do we get it. Oh man, do we get it. Satan does not want who he already has. And so I want to implore you to don't get caught up. 2024 was controlled opposition. Cat Williams and all these other people exposing people and acting like if they're not a part of the same crew these people in, yet they're living and thriving in the system. We all know when you go against the system, somebody try to kill you, but they're doing so well because they're done sell out already. And all these people telling you that you can manifest this and you can manifest that, when really and truly that would mean that all those little children in Africa or wherever and people that died in wars, and did they manifest that on themselves? No. Rather than believing in yourself, which is important because you have to love yourself, believe in yourself because you know Jehovah loves you and that you are allowing Him to use you, and then you are unstoppable. So I love you. I hope that the year works out for you. And the only thing that made this year work out for you, and everything that you do that He can use, He will use. And every truth that you present that can help somebody, He will find a person for it to help. As we continue to wade through this system, don't ever get tricked to feel that this sweet and that this good. This ain't it. I ain't care how the year went for you, good or bad. This ain't it. Stay focused on the future and remember the goodness that is to come, has to come, because God says so, not because of you and me. If I dead tomorrow, paradise still gonna come. And I know that. And you gotta know that too. Right? Bad thing happen to you, somebody do you something. Don't allow it to make you lose focus of the good that God is doing for and through you, because you are His child. Surrender and allow Jehovah to work on your behalf. Why did Jehovah cut down Gideon from 10,000 to 300 men? So that he could see it was not in his own strength that he was able to fight. Jehovah don't need nobody, but He likes us enough to use us. Allow yourself to continue to do what is good and surrender and stop holding back, because the part of yourself that you're holding on to is the part that's going to make you lose yourself. Put all in God's hand and watch and see how He is able to bring you through the storms that are definitely coming. This is not being negative. This is being real. We know the paradigm that we live in and the times are the last days. Do not allow yourself to get caught up, because the same way you get caught up is the same way how an earthquake has come. 1 minute you're good, and the next minute something wild is happening and you're begging God for help. So stay with Him. If you are with your dad and He's holding your hand, you know God said, Daddy, where are you? When something happened, He's right there. He's the Father we all need. Anyhow, I love you. See you soon.